Okay, Revtest Customs. Today we're just going to go through some of the changes we've done to our no prep drag car. As you can see, the front end's a lot different than what it was. Up the front now we've got a big hunk of brass that just give us a little bit more nose weight, and just adds to the weight overall because it's quite light as it was. So now for our suspension setup, we've got a piece of carbon for our lower arm. It's all one piece. It's 2.2mm thick, which allows us to easily sort of replace it if we need to, because we can make this part ourselves rather than running an unknown Pro 10 front end. So we've also got brass, little 5mm pieces of brass here, which the hubs roll on. Well, they work off that, so that's tapped for a step screw. Also gives a little bit more weight up the front. And for us to easily do the caster adjustment now, we can just put some spaces underneath here between the chassis and the arms, and that gives us our caster we need. We've got it set to roughly about 6 degrees at the moment. Sort of just diebolded it up. You also notice the servo is now tucked under here, opposed to being between the arms, which means we had to lengthen everything, which is quite annoying. Whereas now a standard length servo is going to fit back to the receiver. And on the front, you'll notice we're now running the Cyril 3DFX low profile fronts with the extra hard compound tyres. These are the Looper rims, which you can buy here in Australia from RC Maker. Now we move to the rear end, where we've done quite a lot of adjustment here. The big thing is we're now running a 15mm spacer, which lifts our gearbox up. It does raise the centre of gravity a little bit higher, but the key thing was to get our suspension arms to be sitting pretty much parallel at ride height. We were having issues with some of the drive shafts trying to pop out of the cups just because of how short they are to start with. So we've done that. We've also added, there's actually a piece of brass inside there which we can add, we can remove to sort of get the weight balance where we need. We've also changed the gearbox now. It's a Drag Race Concepts gearbox. We just managed to pick this up cheap, and we've also got the Hot Racing seal diff inside there, which means we can add a bit of oil. We know it's not going to leak. The keen eyes might have spotted that this is not the same 10.5 turn motor we had in here. We are now sporting a 4-turn Zombie Send It drag motor. Thanks to Zombie for sending that out to us. So obviously, which means everything else is now 2S setup opposed to a 3S setup. Now the last change is we've redone our shock tower. Shock tower is, the shock positions are still exactly the same as they were, but we've adjusted where the upper arm mounts. We've brought it in further, making it longer. We were having issues with the suspension travel, whereas under load it was adjusting the camber, which is not ideal. And also we have reprinted some new arms. These are 1.5 degree toe-in arms that we've made. Obviously you can get the different blocks with the Drag Race Concept stuff, but for us it's cheaper and easier just to make up another set of arms to get exactly what we want. So now that we've gone through all the changes, let's go do a bit of launch testing and see what it's like. Cool.